that are able to actually deliver on the ICT projects that are growing else everywhere on the continent. I was reading one of the CEO magazine in here, and they listed the top 10 areas to invest. Number 3 on that list is ICT. And we know it's actually going to grow big time as we improve in our economies. So we need to have qualified people that can do that work. But we don't stop there. We're not just looking at ICT skills, because we know businesses that utilize ICT don't only rely on ICT skills. They need business people, they need marketing people, they need procurement people. So we are building what we are calling an academy on the continent where we actually build up that skill set in all those sectors. The end result should be individuals that are able to create and consume and help really drive the consumption of ICT on the continent. The gentleman who leads that initiative, we call them Academy Dean. This is an individual that has run Microsoft Learning worldwide for the past 11 years. He's now on the continent building up his capacity. Then comes the innovation. The innovation pillar basically recognizes the fact that you can have people with the right skills, but it takes more than just knowing for them to take that skill and turn it into an idea that they can actually solve a problem with, and take that idea and turn it into a startup or a solution, and then a startup, and down the road a small and medium enterprise. So where I sit is the innovation pillar, and what I'm trying to address is to say, what are those repeatable processes that we can use to take the skilled people and really build them in a very practical sense to a point where we have small and medium enterprises that are creating and also consuming ICT skills on the ICT on the continent. Because if we do that, we are actually in position to transform not only our businesses, but our delivery of education, of healthcare, of any sector, agriculture and the like. Under that pillar, there are 3 of us. One of us focuses almost exclusively on taking ICT skills and experiences and taking them to the innovation hubs. I'm sure you're familiar with the Hive Collab and Outbox and the iHubs. So this lady engages with them and makes sure that they are actually giving the best skill set to those individuals. I come in and I look for the best representatives of what we want to have on the continent in terms of relevant solutions and impactful solutions on the continent, and I take those guys that are creating those solutions and I invest in them. I put additional skills with them, because many of these guys have wonderful ideas, think of education or healthcare, but none of them has ever built a solution that is enterprise ready. In fact, when they go and they talk to the entities that would usually pay for those solutions, they look at them and they say, wonderful idea. Where have you tried it? And there's nowhere, so they kind of will give you a call back. They never call them back. Many a times, even when they want to call them back, they have to think and they say, I'm running a clinic, I'm running a school. If I give this guy the job to build this solution for me, and I pay him $50,000, which is what they ask for, even though I can buy it in India or UK for $100,000. If I am here to run a business and I'm not charity, I will not give this money to this guy. Because you know what? If I give it to him, he's going to go to the beach, he's going to go to UK, he's going to go somewhere else, and I'll be stuck with this solution. I would much rather pay twice as much and know that there's a company standing behind my solution because I'm here to run a business than give it to this Ugandan kid. So the kids don't get the opportunity. What I'm here to do is to say, trust these guys, but don't trust them, trust me. Because if they run off to the beach, I'm going to stand behind this solution. So I'm really about taking those ideas and walking them through security, architecture, go-to-market, service, all that kind of stuff, and then going to a potential customer like you and say, what do you need built? We can build it, they can build it, and I'll stand behind it.
So you're not buying?
Huh?
You're not buying their solutions?
I'm not buying their solutions. No, I want them, because if I buy them, I'll get bigger. But the thing that's going to drive our economy, it's them when they get to a point where they can drive those businesses and sell more.
So what's their limitation?
What do you mean?
Why-
Today, what are the challenges that they have?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
So several. The first one is opportunity. None of the organizations that pay for the wonderful solutions of ICT want to work with these guys because they don't trust them. They don't have the experience. They will not be able to support it. Who knows what? They don't have the right work ethic. So that's one issue. They don't have the opportunity. The second piece, I think, is they really, in many cases, don't have the right background. If you're going to build a solution that is secure, that is scalable, that is used in a healthcare or in a bank, they may be really smart and they can do it, but they've never done it before. Somebody has to help them out, and they don't have those kind of experiences.
But there's also the issue of security for the innovations.
Yeah.
I mean, we have had cases here, I think.
Yeah.
Me to you,
Yeah.
me to you, for instance.
Yeah, it's a
Yes.
young chap who
Yes.
came up with that, and
Yeah.
the telecom companies take it up, and
Yes.
what does he own at the end
Yes.
of the day?
And what solutions do you offer
Around
for
that?
such
Yes. So that, I think that's critical, because if that young chap that went and spoke to the telco went in with a Microsoft person, the dynamic is different. Those guys know that if I mess with this kid, I'm messing with a big dog someplace. They don't want to do that. So that's just the impression. More importantly, though, part of the engagement that we have with them is to actually train them to say, you don't just go out there and tell about your story because you are looking for the short money. You have to protect your IP legally. So we are working with entities, legal, that know how to protect the IP. Because you need to go in there and actually know that before you come in, you are protected. And then also, for them to really understand that what they are working, they need to put a value on what it is that they're talking about. I have young men and women here that have fabulous ideas. But somebody came up to them and they said, we'll give you $20,000 because they are desperate. They don't have money to live on. They don't have, their computers don't work. And the guy said, I'll give you $20,000. I'll buy you computers and I'll take 20% of your business. They think 20% of my business, today it's worth zero. 20% of zero is zero. So they say, I'll sign. They need to understand that that business idea is worth more than zero. And that's part of the things that we do with them. Because if they value that thing enough, they're not just going to throw it away just because they need a bowl of soup.
One may ask, what's in it for you?
Exactly, I was going to say, that's what I've been
What
thinking about.
What is it in
What's the need for Microsoft?
Good question.
Yeah.
I told you when we started. Impact. We've been on the continent. We've done a few things here and there, but we don't think we've been nearly as impactful. So,
Impact for many business.
yeah, we've only done it for the big guys. But have we fundamentally changed the landscape? I don't think so. So, impact, but that's abstract. We can be a lot more specific. Microsoft Business runs 95% of our money comes in when a company builds a solution on Microsoft platform and sells it. Just imagine what's going to happen if we have lots of these people that have the right skills and they have an opportunity to go and sell and they're building it on our platform. We will make more money. Of course, some of them will take those solutions and they put it on somebody else's platform. But there was a what was it? It was a saying when I was growing up. They said, he who does not sow for the birds cannot actually plant for the children. In Uganda, atalimira nyonyi, talimira mwana. So if you sit there and you say, oh my goodness, when I go and plant my corn, the birds are going to come and eat it. So you sit there and you fold your arms, your kids will never eat. So we know that we're actually building for the competition as well.
So this is about competition for talent.
Yeah?
Because
Yes, there's a competition for talent, but it's also competition for the customer, because the customer is going to buy a solution, and if we enable these people to build it on our platform, it's going to come back to us. And then we've always given away money in terms of philanthropy. If we do it right, we don't even have to give that away.